Greetings and good health. I am Dr. Jerica Sarko, a pediatric and family wellness chiropractor. This is your Lifeline to Vitality, where we discuss ways to cultivate family wellness. Good day and great health. Welcome back to another edition of your Lifeline to Vitality. Today on the podcast, life occurs at the intersection of chaos and order. Chaos is random, without form, potential. Order is predictable, structured, actual. These ideas of chaos and order have been distilled throughout history and are reflected in many different practices such as religion, philosophy, and science. Human beings are the crowning jewel of ordered chaos. The capacity to take electricity and other raw materials such as oxygen, carbon, and hydrogen and arrange them into organized, intelligent life always astounds me. Our brain is designed and wired to decode the dance between order and chaos. It starts and ends with the cerebrum. The cerebrum makes up the largest aspect of our brain. It contains the most evolved portion of the brain, the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is often considered the seat of intelligence. Attention, perception, awareness, thought, memory, language, and consciousness are all associated with the cerebral cortex. Motor control and sensory interpretation are also under the control of the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is separated into two parts, the left and right hemispheres. While each hemisphere is not entirely compartmentalized in function, each hemisphere is attuned for either chaos or order from a neuropsychological standpoint. Quoting Dr. Jordan Peterson, PhD, "The left hemisphere tries to impose order on the world. The right hemisphere reacts to novelty and generates novel hypotheses." The left hemisphere drives for answers, while the right hemisphere searches for questions. The left hemisphere is often associated with logic and reason, while the right hemisphere is linked to creativity and imagination. The bridge between the two hemispheres, called the corpus callosum, is the translator for each. The corpus callosum helps order understand disarray and allows chaos to understand form. The corpus callosum permits one true dialogue rather than two noisy monologues in the brain. Once logic, reason, creativity, and imagination are properly oriented in the brain between its hemispheres, it shares these concepts with the body in order to act them out. The body gives motion to the thoughts of the brain. The link between thought and motion occurs at the brain stem. Information from both the left and right brain hemispheres convenes at the brainstem in the form of nerve tracts. The lower portion of the brainstem is housed and protected by the two top bones of the neck, the atlas and axis vertebral bones. In order for the brainstem to function at its best, the surrounding cervical bones must be in structural alignment. When in proper alignment, the brainstem can send out the brain's information and receive the body's input in a clear manner and at its greatest potential. There is a natural balance between chaos and order, both internally and externally. This is a benchmark for health and well-being. A misalignment of the upper cervical spine can put added tension on the delicate brainstem tissue. This can disrupt the flow of neurological messages exiting the brain and returning from the body. This is called a vertebral subluxation. A vertebral subluxation can affect how we interpret the chaos and order of our internal and external world. Structural and functional inconsistencies create variations in our health and well-being. This can be food for sickness and disease processes. Chiropractic aims to help keep your upper cervical spine in alignment through a specific adjustment. A specific adjustment helps optimize your neurological function. And since we live through our nerve system, we are better aligned to that link between chaos and order. We can adapt to the chaos and preserve order at our greatest potential. We can find better meaning in and about our world. To quote again Dr. Jordan Peterson, this time on the essence of meaning. What meaning does, its function, its biological function, which I think is more real in some sense than any other biological function, is to tell you when you're in the place where you've balanced the stability, let's say, of your left hemisphere system with the exploratory capacity of your right, so that not only are you master of your domain, but you're expanding that domain simultaneously. I think that when you're there, it's kind of a metaphysical place, in some sense. You've imbued with a sense of meaning and purpose. That's an indication that you've actually optimized your neurological function. So a healthy nerve system, one free of vertebral subluxations, can help us grow and express our true meaning and purpose. Thank you for listening. For even more information on how chiropractic can benefit you and your family, please check out my website, ohiospecific.com. That's ohiospecific.com. Until next time, remember to keep your head cool, feet warm, and your mind busy.